Hey everyone, welcome. I am Einstein.
I am Edison.
By watching this video, you can understand what cancer is.
Nowadays, more than 30 of people get cancer.
It's not someone else's problem.
But honestly, I don't know much about cancer.
All right, let's learn about what is cancer's and Peto's paradox, the greatest contradiction in the biological world.
Share your thoughts in the comments.
Let's learn together. First, let's learn what kind of disease cancer is.
There's an image that if you get cancer, it seems like you'll die.
I see. I wonder if everyone vaguely thinks it's a dangerous disease? Cancer is a non-dying cell born from a sudden mutation in the genes.
What do you mean by a non-dying cell?
Humans are composed of about 37 trillion cells.
That's a lot, and we keep dividing cells as we live, and cancer cells are born when these cells divide. Cell division means one cell divides into two, right? Why do foreign bodies like cancer cells occur?
The reason is that when cells divide, a copy of the gene fails and a non-dying cell is born.
So cancer cells are a failure. Cells can fail in division.
That's right. Normal cells have a lifespan, and if it's human skin, it falls off as dandruff.
I see. That phenomenon happens because the cells die.
Normal cells disappear when they reach the end of their lifespan, but cancer cells don't die. They keep multiplying, and before you know it, they've proliferated countless times.
So it's dangerous that these cancer cells divide and increase, huh? Is there any reason for this genetic copy mistake?
There are various theories. For instance, harmful factors like chemicals, lifestyle habits such as diet and smoking, and even psychological factors like stress from work or daily life are thought to be triggers.
So our daily lives are affecting it.
And when cancer cells multiply excessively and form a mass, it becomes cancer. The cancer cells continue to divide and spread even to the surrounding areas that have developed.
The whole body could turn into cancer.
The process of cancer spreading from blood vessels or lymph vessels to other organs is called metastasis.
So it spreads throughout the body with the blood. That's too scary.
Yes, the characteristics of cancer cells are that they are born from a failure in cell division, and they multiply infinitely.
I knew it was a serious disease, but it's impossible to cure if it grows uncontrollably and invades the body, isn't it?
That's right. There's still no surefire method to prevent or treat cancer. Now that we've learned about what cancer is, shall we explore the biggest paradox in the biological world related to cancer, the Peto's paradox?
The biggest in the biological world sounds a bit exaggerated. Isn't cancer a human disease? It's not related to other animals, is it?
Well, cancer is a disease that affects not only humans, but also many other forms of life, including animals and plants.
Wow! I didn't know other animals and plants could get cancer.
All right, let's unravel the most peculiar paradox in the biological world, the Peto's paradox.
Alrighty. What kind of theory is this Peto's paradox?
Many animals and plants other than humans can get cancer, but the probability of getting cancer is almost the same.
Wow, what a coincidence.
It's not just a coincidence. The larger the organism, the more cells it has, which means more cell divisions. Don't you think that would increase the chances of getting cancer?
Indeed, it seems like larger organisms with more cells would be more prone to cancer. But in reality, is the probability of getting cancer the same for all organisms? That's intriguing.
Yes, this is the biggest contradiction in the biological world, known as Peto's paradox. In fact, humans live more than 50 years longer than mice and have 1,000 times more cells. But the probability of getting cancer is the same.
So even though we live longer and have more cell divisions, the chances of getting cancer are the same, right?
There's more. For example, the bowhead whale, which lives for over 100 years and has 3,000 times the number of cells as a human, hardly ever gets cancer. Elephants are also known to have an extremely low incidence of cancer.
Huh, that's even more puzzling. Why is it that the larger the organism, the less likely it is to get cancer? Do larger organisms have a special kind of constitution or something?
Good job. You've hit the nail on the head. Recently, several compelling theories have emerged to unravel this mystery.
Yay. Tell me right away.
The first thing is, it's becoming clear that large animals have a lot of tumor-suppressing genes.
What are tumor-suppressing genes?
These genes find and eliminate cancer cells.
If they can get rid of cancer even when cell division fails and cancer is born, it would be hard to get cancer.
Humans also have this gene. However, the number of these genes is totally different between humans and large animals.
Wait, the number is different.
Yeah, humans only have one tumor-suppressing gene, but elephants have as many as 20.
Wow, that's way too many.
Thanks to that, very few elephants die of cancer. About 30 of humans die of cancer, but only 3 of elephants die of cancer.
It's surprising that such a huge body doesn't get cancer often, considering it seems like there would be more cells that could become cancerous.
That's because cancer cells, which are born from failed cell divisions, are detected and eliminated by tumor suppressor genes.
That makes sense why it's hard for them to get cancer then.
However, there are also downsides to these genes.
What kind of downsides are there?
Tumor suppressor genes use a lot of energy for things like repairing damage from cancer cells and destroying them. That energy is sourced from their reproductive power.
So it means they have fewer offspring.
Yes, that's right. Smaller animals didn't sacrifice their reproductive power, so they're more prone to cancer compared to larger animals. On the other hand, they've been able to leave many offspring and have survived as a species.
So, while an elephant is giving birth to one offspring, a mouse is having multiple ones, right?
Exactly. That's the difference in survival strategies. The second difference is in the rate of cell division.
Can you explain that in more detail?
If the size of the cell is large, cell division slows down, which in turn reduces the chance of cancer cells forming.
Cell size. Are the cells of larger animals also larger?
Yes, the volume of erythrocytes or red blood cells of an elephant, which is one of the largest terrestrial mammals, is said to be about 4 times that of the erythrocytes of the smallest mammal in the world, the shrew.
That's a big difference. So larger bodies have larger cells.
The larger the cell, the fewer the number of cell divisions and the slower the division speed. Therefore, it's less likely for sudden mutations like cancer to occur.
I see. So if the number of cell divisions decreases, it becomes harder for cancer cells to form. It makes sense that larger creatures are less likely to get cancer.
The third one is called a hypertumor, a tumor of a tumor. Hypertumor is a key factor in unraveling Peto's paradox.
Huh. A tumor of a tumor. So you mean another cancer cell born from a cancer cell?
Exactly. Cancer cells are born from mutations and are essentially unstable cells. That's why they mutate frequently. And the cell that is born is a hypertumor?
So how does this relate?
The hypertumor born from this mutation amazingly eliminates cancer cells.
Seriously, hypertumors are good guys that defeat cancer. If we have these cells, we won't be afraid of cancer.
However, that's not entirely true. While it's good that a hypertumor eliminates the original cancer cells, it then attacks even healthy cells.
What? What are you doing? This is no different from cancer cells.
That's true. However, there's no problem with this, because a new tumor will eventually be born in this hypertumor due to sudden mutations, and it will be attacked from that tumor. In the bodies of large animals, the process of one cancer driving out another is repeated, so as a result, they don't die from cancer. The fourth point is, for large creatures, the formation of a few cancer cells is considered to have no impact on health. If a 2-guy cancer occurs, if this is a Tang mouse, 20 of the total weight is invaded by cancer cells, which is a life-threatening situation.
Even just 2 is life-threatening for a mouse.
However, for humans, it only accounts for 0.2 of the total weight. In a blue whale, it's only 0.2. Like this, I've introduced hypotheses to explain Peto's paradox, but it doesn't mean that one of these necessarily applies. There may be several theories intertwined, or a completely new different theory may be born. I wonder if the day will come when this paradox is finally explained.
If that happens, it could reduce the number of people who lose their lives to cancer. Well, we've been learning together about the factors that unravel Peto's paradox up to this point.
I was surprised to learn that cancer is a result of failed cell division. And Peto's paradox is one of the most bizarre contradictions in the biological world. Thank you for learning with me.
I'm glad to hear that. On this channel, we'll continue to learn about everyday discoveries and questions through Science. Please subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up.
Share what you learned today in the comments. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.